Hello everyone and welcome to my Saga of Darkness Let's Play of Kingdom Hearts, where I go through the whole game series in chronological order, starting with Union Cross and ending in Kingdom Hearts 3. This Let's Play series is for people new to the series and want a complete story for the franchise, from start to finish, and I honestly hope you'll play alongside me. Now, since Union Cross is a mobile game, and I don't want to upload the whole movie of back cover, I'll give a quick run through of that game's plot. Now, bear in mind that at the time of this recording, Union Cross is still going on, and new plot lines may be added. In the future, I may actually create a new summary video for this part, if I feel that that is required. During the early years, in the Age of Fairy Tales as it was called, existed the Master of Masters, a Keyblade wielder with the power to see into the future. With his power, he wrote a book of prophecies and gave a copy to 5 of his 6 apprentices. In the book, near its end, it told of a coming war that would result in the darkness overtaking the light and destroying the world. The Master of Masters had accepted his fate and planned for what would come next. However, his apprentices Ira, Envy, Asaid, Gula, and Ava wanted to do something about it. And after giving his blessings to try, he gave each of them a role, and the Master of Masters vanished, leaving only a sealed black box and his Keyblade to Lushu, his 6th apprentice. The roles given were this. Ira, who wore a unicorn mask, became the new leader, with Asaid, who wore a bear mask, supporting him. Envy, wearing a snake mask, became sort of a neutral party, and watched over her fellow apprentices without a bias. She would report what she found to Ira. Gula, who wore a leopard's mask, sought to uncover the secrets in the Book of Prophecies, and all the while Ava, wearing a fox's mask, gathered strong Keyblade wielders as a safeguard, should the war come and darkness win. After the Master of Masters' disappearance, Ira discovered a dark Chirthi, a spirit tied to each Keyblade wielder. Having been warned by the Master of Masters in the past that a dark spirit was the sign of a Keyblade wielder who had given into darkness, Ira became convinced that a traitor was among the apprentices. With his fear of this traitor, relations between the apprentices became strained, and resulted in paranoia amongst them all. To prepare for the war and protect themselves from the traitor, each began to bolster their respective unions, preparing for the war. While debating what she should do, Ava spoke with a young Keyblade wielder from her union, Ephemer. She believed that, despite being strictly told not to, all the unions should work together as equals. Ephemer, who agreed with this sentiment, was able to cheer up the distressed apprentice and mentioned making a new friend, one who was from outside their union. Ava was of course happy to hear this, most likely believing this to be proof that friendships between the unions was possible, while still being able to do the roles given to them by the Master of Masters. A year after the Master of Masters' disappearance, Asaid, disappointed with Ira's leadership and in fear of the traitor, began to fight with the other apprentices. However, due to his actions in an attack on Envy, he managed to make the others believe that he was a traitor, and had to hide after being attacked by Envy, Ava, and Gula. Gula managed to find Asaid first and confronted him, telling Asaid of his role left by the Master of Masters, to find and stop the traitor, and in his anger, Asaid attacked Gula, gravely wounding him, believing he was the traitor all along. As Gula recovered from his wounds, hidden by Ava from Ira, Gula revealed his role to Ava and his desire to ask the Master of Masters who the traitor actually is. However, due to the Master's disappearance, Gula was left with only one option: to summon the light of their world, Kingdom Hearts, and draw the Master of Masters back. Ava, whom Gula asked to help summon Kingdom Hearts, turned him down, as the Master had strictly forbade the summoning of Kingdom Hearts in its entirety. To summon Kingdom Hearts, Gula sought to gather enough Lux to give him the power he needed. To maintain the balance in their world, the other apprentices did so as well. However, by doing this, the Keyblade wielders of their unions began to fight each other for the Lux, and resulted in the Great Keyblade War. The only survivors were Ava's Dandelions, the group of powerful Keyblade wielders who left the world and sought to keep the light alive, resulting in the creation of other worlds. During all of this, the 6th apprentice Lushu wandered the world. His role was to observe everything that happened with his master's Keyblade. The Keyblade, having been implanted with the master's eye that could see the future, allowed him to view the future events after the Keyblade War. When it was time, Lushu was to pass the Keyblade on, and their apprentice on as well, so that I could see all that would happen. This will allow the Master of Masters, in the past, to create the Book of Prophecies that started it all to begin with.